know my husband and I are not the only Disney adults who have the Disney blues. It has been such a long time since we have been to Walt Disney World, and we are just really missing Disney. So we thought it would be fun just to have a Disney day here in Austin where we live. And we started the day, as you saw, at La La Land because they have a really cool collab with Disney and like Mickey and Friends. So it was so much fun just to see all the Disney stuff that they had in there. And they have these cute little like sleeves for the coffee cups. Obviously we'll be keeping this. I love Donald Duck, so that was just like a fun way to start the day. And I'm very excited because now we are at one of my favorite places, which is Barnes & Noble. And if y'all haven't seen any of my other reading vlogs, I love reading the Disney books. I have been slowly working my way through a Twisted Tale series, the Villain series, and some of the other like one-off books, and it is just so much fun. So if you love Disney and you also like to read, highly recommend checking out some of the Disney books. And I'm super excited because a new Twisted Tale book came out less than a week ago, and it is Moana. So I'm so excited. We're gonna run into the bookstore, probably do some other browsing as well because it's impossible for me to not look at all the books while we're there, but definitely going to be getting the Moana Twisted Tales. I think there's also a new Tinkerbell Disney book as well from one of my favorite authors who does a lot of Disney books. So it's gonna be so much fun. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Molly. I am so happy you are here. On my page you will find just a combination of all the things that I love. So it's a lot of running, a lot of reading, a lot of Disney. Like I said, my husband and I are very proud of Disney adults, no shame whatsoever. We had annual passes last year, which was truly just the best thing ever to be an out-of-state annual pass holder. We got to go so many times, and this year we decided not to renew just because it is very expensive. So we got to go at the beginning of this year for a Run Disney weekend, which was back in February. We were fortunate enough to get to go to Disneyland Paris this summer, and we just don't have another trip planned, which has been a minute since we haven't had a trip planned since we were annual pass holders last year. So we just always had a trip planned. So yeah, just trying to create some of the Disney magic at home, and kind of wanted to share all of the things that we are doing just to create that magic here. Obviously there is nothing like the parks, but there is a way to still bring the Disney joy to your everyday life. So let's go into Barnes & Noble, and I just can't wait to bring you all along for the rest of this fun Disney day. Yay! Here are our Disney fits! We made it back from our morning adventures. They were so much fun. I am very bummed though because Dom just left for work. So I will have a solo Disney afternoon, and then tonight when he gets back, I'm so excited to show y'all what we're cooking, and then we'll also just watch a Disney movie, of course. But I wanted to talk to y'all about the 2 Disney books that I got and a fun little pin unboxing. If you have a box lunch in the city that you are in, whenever we're especially missing Disney, I feel like box lunch gives us a good like Disney dopamine rush because they have so much fun merch. Their clothes are so cute. They have Loungeflies, they have Funkos, they have pins, they have stickers. Like they just have a ton of really fun stuff. So of course I had to get this Loungefly Disney pin mystery set, and it's Hercules, which I love Hercules if you did not know that. And I think the ones that I really would be happy with any of them, which is why I decided to go ahead and get this, because otherwise it can add up very fast. But I really want this one with Pegasus and Hercules, baby Hercules on it. And then what's the other one? Oh, this one with all the muses. So let's go ahead and open it, and then I will chat about the books that I got. I watch a lot of pin videos on TikTok, just keeping up with the pins that are in the parks, like the mystery pins that are in the parks, and I have not been very impressed with a lot of the ones that are there. I feel like it's time for them to rotate in some new mystery pin packs. Like if we were there, I'm like, I don't even think I would buy any of them. But anyways, Loungefly always has very good mystery pin packs in my opinion. Okay, y'all get to see first. Wait, is this one of the ones? Yay! Oh my gosh! Wait, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is one of the ones I wanted. This is a good pin. I collect Hercules pins. In case you didn't know, I should actually, let me go and grab it so I can show y'all. There's a couple of my other collections mixed into this page on my pin folio, but I wanted to show y'all my Hercules collection because I am so proud of it. I love this one. I was so excited to trade for that one, and same with that one as well. It's just so much fun. I feel like every single park has like an area where more like sometimes very intense like pin traders are, and it's just so fun to not only be able to see everyone's collections, but then also when you have like some of the nicer ones to be able to participate. So yeah, this is my Hercules collection. Obviously not all of them are like anything special and crazy, but I don't know, it's just fun to get to collect a lot of different pins, and now I can add this one to it. Now it is time to chat about the 2 books that I got. I actually only bought these, and I had enough credit as a Barnes & Noble member that I ended up only paying like $4 for these. So that is my win of the day. It just takes a lot of self-control for me not to buy books. If you've seen any of my other vlogs or like follow me, you know I'm an avid reader, so I just love the bookstore. But the first one that I got is the Tinkerbell, and it is the second one in An Enchanter's Tale. They do not have to be read in order. The first one is about the fairy godmother from Cinderella, which is so fun, and then this one obviously is about Tinkerbell, and it's more of like her Peter Pan story. So before we knew Tinkerbell, like what was her story? So both of the books in the Enchanter's Tale series are by Jen Calanita, which I love her Disney books so much. I actually read a lot of her books when I was a teenager, and so it's been really fun to like rediscover her as an adult, like reading the Disney books. And then just like a quick overview of what this book is about. It looks like Tinkerbell runs with a different kind of crowd before she started hanging out with the Lost Boys, including Tiger Lily, but they're noticing a bunch of really like strange things happening on the island that they are on. And so she goes to London to search for answers to try and figure out what is happening. And while she's in London, she hangs out with some curious humans, the orphans, James, a young inventor whose passion rivals her own, and Peter, a charismatic storyteller. She's curious if the boys can help her, so she ends up taking the boys back to Neverland, where a perfect storm awaits. Power-hungry pirates, betrayal, heartbreak, and an unforgiving ticking clock. Soon, Tink must forge a new path and imagine a new future for Neverland, or lose everything she's grown to love. So excited about this one. I don't think I'm going to start this one today. So if you want another reading vlog with just like all of the other Disney books that I have, let me know and I can definitely do that. I'm so excited. I'm going to be reading the newest book in the Twisted Tale series, which is How Far I'll Go, based off of Moana. If you are not familiar with the Twisted Tale series, they are so much fun. I discovered them about a year ago and genuinely think they are just such a blast. I definitely have my favorites, of course, but all the Twisted Tale books do not have to be read in order, but they're all like these what if scenarios. So basically the movie and the story that you know and love, what if like basically the opposite of what happened in the movie. They're truly so fun. I've read them on Merida, Hercules, Mulan, like so many other characters out there, like Rapunzel, Frozen. There are so many great ones out there, and so I'm so excited that Moana has been added to the collection. So it says, after a devastating battle with Te Kā, Moana's worst fears are realized. The heart of Te Fiti is in ruins, Maui is frozen in volcanic rock, and darkness threatens to envelope her beloved home. To make matters worse, it seems Moana has not left the fight unscathed. A curse is making its way up her arm, threatening to overtake her. Desperate to fix things, Moana stumbles upon an island already crumbling under the blight. All life is gone, save one sole survivor, a young woman named No. So I imagine the rest of the novel is Moana and No teaming up together to try and break the curse, figure out what is happening, and I think it's gonna be so much fun. So I'm gonna make myself some lunch, kind of do some other like odd tasks that I usually get done on Saturdays, just like cleaning and trying to prep for the week ahead. But then I'm going to have a cozy afternoon starting this book, and I can't wait to bring y'all along. get so sad when I look at the clock on the weekends and see it's already late afternoon. I'm like, where on earth has the time gone? Like, how is it already 4 o'clock on Saturday? Like, I feel like time just goes by so quickly on the weekend, but I'm very excited to share. I am already a little over 100 pages in to How Far I'll Go, the newest Disney Twisted Tale book, and it is so much fun. This is a spoiler-free reading vlog, so I'm not gonna go too in depth on what is happening, but essentially the whole village, Moana's whole village is frozen. Everyone looks like statues. Like I mentioned when I was reading the summary of the book, she comes across a girl named No. Her grandmother helps guide her to find her, and together they are teaming up to go and see if they can restore the heart of Te Fiti. So it is very fun, and like I said, it's really just like super easy to picture like the scenes of the movie and then like what is happening in this book. These books are pretty easy to read at a fast pace because they are obviously for young adults, and the font is pretty big, not too much text on the page, but I think the book is like 400 pages. Yeah, a little over 400 pages. They're all, I feel like, close to that length, but again, doesn't take too long to read it. If I just like stayed reading for the next few hours, I think I could finish it, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. But I feel like it's a little hard to give like a gauge on rating and how it'll compare to my other favorite Disney book since I'm only 100 pages in. But I will say, I think if you love the movie Moana, you will definitely love this book. I have noticed with what my favorite Disney books are, it's usually what like my favorite Disney movies are, because I just get so excited to like read about the character more, as well as the authors of all the other Twisted Tales. I feel like they just do such a good job of like everything that happens in the book. It is so in line with the character that we know in the movies, like same way they talk, like same mannerisms, like same reactions. Like it's really cool just to see kind of like the connection, even though it's an entirely different ending to a story that we know, or the story that we know is played out completely different. Like I feel like it still just feels so much like the movies that we love, so I really love that. So I do think I'm going to read for just a little bit longer. I'd like to get to at least like 150 pages, but then I am probably going to do some cozy gaming, so I'll show y'all what I'm doing once I get to that. It has truly been such a wonderful, cozy, Disney-filled day, and if you are doing the parks right, then you will most certainly agree that one of the best things about the parks is how amazing the food is. I feel like if you've never been and you have a trip planned and you don't do research, you might be underwhelmed, and that's because you just don't know where to find the great food. But trust me, there are so many amazing snacks and meals at Disney, so strongly encourage you to do your research if you have a trip planned and are thinking you'll just like eat whatever. Truly, there are so many gems to be found. But because we love the food at Disney, my mom got us this Disney Parks cookbook for Christmas last year. It's such a thoughtful gift because we absolutely love the parks and love the food there, and we didn't have this yet. We had seen it at the parks and we're like, oh my gosh, that'd be fun, but we just never bought it. So we love this cookbook, and of course, to close out our Disney day, we are going to be cooking one of our favorite meals from our very favorite park, which is Hollywood Studios. I'm sure you can guess it with just that if you are a Disney adult like us, but we're gonna be making the tachos, which if you haven't been or you don't know what they are, it's basically just loaded tots. Super simple. So I'm cooking the beef right now. I'm sure you can hear it, just to make the chili with the beef and the beans. And then I just turned the oven on and we're gonna make the tater tots. So I'm so excited. We've made this once before and it was actually so good. Like arguably as good as it is at the parks. So if you also love tachos and you're missing those when you're at home, definitely check out this cookbook because it's obviously a very easy recipe. Like it's just chili and tater tots, but still they're just so freaking good. So I'm gonna make the tachos. Hopefully Dom will be home in the next like 30 minutes or so. And then we're debating on what movie to watch. Actually, hang on, let me check the beef. We're debating whether or not we should just have like a Disney game night because trust me, we've got we've got a lot of Disney board games. So if you enjoyed this vlog and you want to see more Disney days, well, trust me, we've got plenty of new things in store and ways to bring the Disney magic at home. But we were debating between board games and a movie night, and we decided on a movie night just because Dom's getting out of work a little bit later than he would have liked to, and it'll just be more of like a low-key evening. And I think we are going to watch Lion King, which we have not seen in such a long time. I could not tell you the last time I watched it. Surely I've watched it as an adult, but honestly I could not tell you because I have been so scared to rewatch it. That was one of the movies that we loved so much when we were younger. Of course, my parents had to forward through the sad and the scary parts, but all of the movies that I really loved when I was younger, like Pocahontas, for example, whenever we watch it now, I just like sob so much during it because it's so nostalgic. Like I have the most memories watching Pocahontas with my brother and my sister. And Lion King is a close second to that, and I just have been like, I do not want to deal with the tears. But since it's been so long, we were both like, okay, Lion King actually sounds pretty good. So I think we're gonna have the perfect combo to close out our Disney day of tachos and Lion King.
All of this and all of this I just leave it out. I just have to let we have a rough night. And it's really fun.
Okay, first you gotta add the chili. Probably more chili. More chili?
Yeah, I think I might need a little more tots.
This one's yours.
Oh, I'll definitely need more tots.
You can come back for more.
Okay, deal.
You can come back for more.
Oh, that's probably perfect.
Okay, and then we don't have a ladle. We really need a ladle. Oh, we really need a ladle. Yes, the cheese sauce.
Oh, that looks good.
Looks so good. Then green onions. We are not sour cream fans, so we don't add the sour cream, but optional sour cream. You gotta add the burritos on top. Just some cheese to top it off, because if the cheese sauce wasn't enough, this will be enough. You should probably take some lactate. There we go. Got your tachos. Woo-hoo!
This is the best day of my life.
Okay, before we head to the couch, we had to show y'all our Spirit jerseys.
Our favorite resort?
Yup, our innovation and my favorite ride. Power tour. Mandatory for Disney Day. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap up this video here because we are about to start Lion King. Yay, it's been so long since we have both seen it, so it's gonna be so much fun. But whether you love Disney or you watched it just because you watched my videos, which I so appreciate, I hope this video just encourages you to lean into the things that you love, even if other people don't understand or if they're nerdy or cheesy, whatever it is. I was thinking, you know, I know a lot of people love Taylor Swift. Like, you could plan a whole day where you're watching interviews with her or watching her concerts. I know she's got like coloring books and stuff like that.
Coming
like
up with a conspiracy theory.
You could come up with the conspiracy theory about her and Travis, whatever it is. Like, there are just so many ways to lean into the things that you really love. And again, like, no one else has to understand it. As long as it brings you joy, then I just encourage you to go for it. So I hope this video really encourages you to do that. And of course, if you love Disney, I hope this video gave you some fun ideas for how you can bring the Disney magic at home. But I'm just so appreciative of you watching all the way to the end of this vlog. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.